Champignons à la grecque, mushrooms, Greek style. Recipe from the south of France. Delicious, amazing, a cold dish, easy to make, great appetizer or side. Watch this video.
Bonne soirée, bon appétit. Ce soir, tonight, we're making a champignon à la grecque. Mushrooms à la grecque, meaning Greek style. The reason why the French do this is because if you've ever been to the south of France, some regions very mountainous and rugged, just like Greece, and they use the local herbs that are available there. So this is a method. These mushrooms are served cold and they're delicious, perfect for summer. You can make them ahead of time, put them in the fridge, bring it out. What a great side. So let's get started. So look at my ingredients list for detailed ingredients and what you're going to need. But we're going to first start with 2 garlic cloves. I'm simply going to give it a good bounce. And I'm going to peel it. And I already did the other one. There we go. And I'm just going to give it a nice, there we go, nice and crushed. And we're going to throw them in there. Now I got some shallots. These are 2 shallots I peeled and I diced finely. I'm just going to drop that in there. Now I got some tomatoes. Not quite ripe enough, the tomatoes yet, so I had to get a canned tomatoes. But if you have some nice ripe tomatoes, take 2 large tomatoes and do the cross and drop in water and peel them and just chop them up. So that's what we're going to do. But we're using canned tomatoes. They're already diced. Make it a little easier. I'm going to drop a cup of water in here. I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup. Right about there. And then a Chardonnay or any dry white wine will do, something that you're willing to drink. Never use a wine that you're not willing to drink and put it in food, because it's not going to taste good. All right, about 1/4 cup. That's a generous 1/4 cup. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're going to drop a bay leaf in here. And then we're going to drop coriander. And this is about a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to drop that in there. And then some salt. I use sea salt. We all have enough salt in our diets, don't we? So sea salt. It's nice to use. Not always use it, but a good pinch of pepper. I'm using coarse black pepper. Zelle de Provence. If you don't have the Zelle de Provence, you can find it in the States in a local grocery store in the spice aisle. Or you can throw a sprig of thyme in there. But I'm going to put 2 good pinches. There. 2 good pinches of Zelle de Provence. All right, what am I forgetting? That's it. That's how easy it is. Now we're just going to bring this to a boil. And then I'm going to drop it to a simmer. And I'm going to simmer it covered for 10 minutes. And then we'll be back. So hang in there. We'll bring that to a boil and I'll show you how that looks like. All right, we're back. So this is a nice boil. And I'll show you. And we're going to now just lower the heat. Cover it to a simmer. So you just want it to slightly bubble. There we go. Cover it. Set your timer for 10 minutes. And boom, we're going to let it do its magic. And we'll be back. In the meantime, I'm going to cut this very end of each mushroom. And almost at the end of the 10 minutes, I'm going to wash these mushrooms under cold water just before I'm ready to put them in there. And then I'm just going to drop them in there. And we'll be back for that. So hang in there. Okay, we're back. That's my 10-minute mark. All right, let's uncover that. I'm just gonna lower the heat even a little bit more. And I washed my mushrooms literally just seconds ago. And now I'm just gonna drop these mushrooms in. There we go. And now I'm gonna stir it a little bit. And I'm just gonna let it do its thing for another 10 minutes. And uncovered on a simmer. So set your timer once it comes back to a simmer, which shouldn't take too long. And it's already coming back. All right, so we're gonna start our timer and we'll be back 10 minutes. And you're gonna see, we're gonna lift those mushrooms out and do some other preparation. So hang in there. All right, we're back. It's been 10 minutes. And now we're simply gonna scoop out our mushrooms and being careful not to take the tomatoes or the bay leaf out. So we're just gonna take some mushrooms here, and then I'm just gonna push the tomatoes off or anything else that is not a mushroom. And if you get a little bit of tomato, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, but usually I do it like this. There we go. Oop. Little guy, come on. All right, put that back in. And we do the rest like this as well. So this was one of my favorite side dishes in the south of France. Nice hot summer day. We'd have this as a side. And you can do it as a side, or sometimes the French will use this as a little apéritif, you know, like with a finger food. And it's great because you can make it ahead of time and keep it in your fridge. And, you know, it doesn't take long to make, right? It takes like 30 minutes preparation, probably another, well, I would say preparation and everything, 30 minutes. Because, oops, get one of those tomatoes in there. You know, while you're putting all the liquids and everything in there, you can be, you know, chopping your celery and whatnot. I mean, your parsley and, what did I say, celery? I don't know. But, yeah, so it doesn't take long, and it is really delicious. So let's get these mushrooms. And stay tuned, I'm probably gonna cut this part out, and we'll come back when I did all the mushrooms, and I'll show you where we go from there. So hang in there. All right, so I got all the mushrooms out, and I'm just gonna leave that aside. It's just gonna cool. Look how beautiful these are already. Now, I'm going to bring this to a furious boil. So I'm going to bring up that heat. And what I want to do is reduce this to about a third. About like a cup of liquid left at the most. 1 cup or a little less, okay? And then we will be back when that is reduced, and I'll give you a close-up to show you what that looks like, okay? So hang in there. Okay, so if you notice, that's pretty well reduced. You see that? It's about a cup, a little less. Ooh, steam. I was trying to prevent that from happening. But that's where you want to get it. Just like right there. You see, I had that steam again. Anyways, so that's where we're at. So let's switch cameras and I'll show you the rest of the show. Okay, so I showed you the close-up of that. Oh, that's hot. And we got it nice and reduced to just about a cup of liquid. So now I'm just gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna remove my bay leaf. Stir that back in. And if the garlic hasn't broken down, just use a wooden spatula and just mush it a little bit and push it in there. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to take some lemon juice, and you don't need much. I use like a quarter lemon. These lemons are huge, but so perspective, it's probably like a tablespoon, couple teaspoons or a tablespoon of lemon juice. You know, it's not that important. Just always put it through your finger, so if you have seeds, make sure your hands are clean. And then, there we go. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, in my little, oh, there it is. My little towel. Now, we're going to take a little bit of sugar, and I'm just going to take a healthy pinch and drop it in there and stir it right away. Now remember, I turn off the heat completely. Now, a blooper there. Normally turn off your heat before you add the lemon juice. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah. Now we're just gonna let this cool, probably like a minute, not even, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, something like that. And then we're gonna drop this into our dish. And I'm not gonna wait. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna pour that over. There we go. And then I'm just gonna toss this gently. Don't use a metal spoon. Just gently turn this until it cools. We don't want it to break up those mushrooms. But anyways, looks perfect. All right, we're gonna let this cool. I'm gonna let it cool out here for about half an hour, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. And then when I'm ready to serve it, okay, I'm gonna add parsley to it. About a good tablespoon of parsley. If you like a lot of parsley, you can put a little bit more. But a tablespoon's pretty good. Fresh parsley though, right before you're ready to serve it. Now, if you're doing this for finger food, I suggest you put a couple toothpicks in the mushrooms and put a little bit extra toothpicks by its side. If you're doing this for a side, which excellent by the way, this will serve about 4 people. Delicious. All right. So anyways, I will show you what that looks like. But hey, if you like this, like it, share it, and subscribe if you want to see my other videos, or look into my channel and you'll see literally hundreds of recipes that are just delicious and easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this. Bonsoir, bon appetit, and hang in there. Hold on, don't leave. You're going to see the final product.
So the champignon egg-like. Look how beautiful that is. I wish you could taste it. It is delicious. It is light, wonderful, perfect for the summer, wonderful to eat outside or inside. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bonsoir, bon appetit.